You ever struggle with something you've already done before? Not something new, something familiar, something you know you're capable of, but for some reason, it doesn't respond the same. There are moments like this, where something simple suddenly feels difficult, not because it changed, but because something else did. You go through the same steps, the same process, the same approach, and it still doesn't work. At first it feels small, just a delay, just a minor inconvenience. But then time starts passing. Expectations are there. Things are supposed to be working already, and now it's not just about the task. It becomes, what's going wrong? This shouldn't be happening. I've done this before. And without realizing it, something tightens. More effort, more focus, more control, trying to force clarity, trying to make it work the way it used to. But the more that pressure builds, the further it feels, because now it's not just the task, it's everything being carried while doing it. And that's what makes it confusing. Nothing about the task changed. The steps are still the same, the ability is still there, but access to it feels different. And then there's a shift, not by forcing it, not by pushing harder, but by stepping back, even for a moment, letting the pressure settle, letting the mind loosen. And when the same steps are tried again, it works. The same process, the same abilities, different state. And that's where the misunderstanding usually is. The problem isn't a lack of ability. It's the pressure interfering with access to it. This shows up everywhere. When focus keeps drifting, when simple things feel heavy, when something known feels harder than it should. It's easy to think, I need to try harder, I need more discipline, or I need to push through. But pressure doesn't increase ability. It interferes with it. You don't lose your ability under pressure. You lose access to it. And the more it's forced, the further it feels. So the answer isn't always to push harder. Sometimes it's to reduce what's being carried while doing it. To step back just enough for things to settle, not to avoid the task, but to return to it without the added weight. Because when the pressure drops, what's already known starts to come back. And that's the shift. It's not about becoming more capable in those moments. It's about removing what's getting in the way of the capability that's already there. That's where things feel natural again. That's where movement returns. Not because the task changed, but because the pressure did. And that's what most people miss. It's not always about doing more. Sometimes it's about doing it without the pressure.